You know, in the world of Bollywood comedies, characters can often feel pretty one-note. But every so often, you get a character who's hiding some serious depth behind a charming smile. Today, we're going to break down one of those characters. Okay, let's get into it.
So what is he? A hero out there saving marriages? A pretty cunning manipulator who's just pulling all the strings? Or is he something else entirely? That's the big question when it comes to Kishan from the movie Thank You. And that's the puzzle we're going to piece together right now.
So when we first meet Kishan, he seems like your classic problem solver, right? He's this incredibly suave private detective, the guy you call when your marriage is falling apart. But you get this feeling right away that he's way more than just some guy for hire.
I mean, think about it. From the moment he's on screen, Kishan isn't just another person in the story, he's the one making the story happen. While everyone else is running around in total chaos, he's just cool, calm, and collected. He's not reacting. He's watching, he's understanding, and he's getting ready to orchestrate whatever comes next.
And this is where you really see his genius. His wit, it's not just there for a few laughs, it's his main weapon. With just one line, he can completely disarm someone, plant that little seed of doubt, and just flip the power dynamic in the room. He's not chasing the drama, he's literally conducting it.
But here's the thing. That coolness isn't just a personality trait. Nope, it's the bedrock of his entire strategy. And this brings us to his methods, where we see he's not about brute force. He's a master of psychological manipulation.
His method is honestly a masterclass in psychological warfare. He doesn't need to get physical because he starts by using his target's own guilt against them. From there, he just dials up the paranoia enough to make them start spinning out until, boom, they inevitably expose themselves. He never has to lay a hand on them, he just nudges them right off their own cliff. But that just makes you wonder, right? Why go through all this elaborate psychological trouble? This clearly isn't just another case for him. And that's when the film takes this sharp turn and shows us the really deep personal reasons behind his whole mission.
I mean, what could possibly drive a man to become this good at exposing other people's secrets? What's really going on here?
And the answer? Wow, it changes absolutely everything you thought you knew about him. See, this whole mission? It's not about the money. It's not even really about justice. It's a form of penance, a deeply personal quest to find some kind of redemption.
And this right here is the heart of the character. It turns out Kishan used to be a cheater himself, and his actions directly led to the tragic suicide of his wife. So now, every single case he takes on is his way of trying to stop other people from making that same devastating mistake. And just like that, this tragic backstory completely transforms him from a witty PI into the movie's true moral compass.
And all that hard-earned, painful wisdom, well, it turns him into this reluctant philosopher on the very thing he investigates: faithfulness.
Right in the middle of all the slapstick comedy, Kishan drops these absolute truth bombs. He talks about trust, not like it's some abstract idea, but as the actual foundation of a marriage. Something so fragile that once you break it, you can almost never put it back together. And his words have so much weight because we know they're coming from a place of incredible personal pain. He never, ever sugarcoats the consequences. His thoughts on betrayal just slice right through the film's humor because he's not preaching, he's giving a warning from someone who has lived through the absolute worst-case scenario. And moments like this, they give the whole story its real beating heart. So let's pull back for a second. What's the end result of this one man's mission? By the end of the film, what does he actually manage to achieve? When you really look at it, Kishan provides a kind of blueprint for redemption. He doesn't just expose the husbands, he forces them to look in the mirror and actually offers them a path to genuine change. In guiding them, he becomes the moral backbone of the entire movie, lifting what could have been a simple comedy into a story with a surprisingly powerful message. And that's the fascinating paradox of Kishan, isn't it? He uses deception. He plays these intense psychological games, all to achieve what he sees as a moral good. It leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Can manipulation, even when it's driven by a need for redemption, ever truly be a moral act?